Good morning, everyone. Today we will see about difference between manual part programming and computer aided part programming. Next we will see speed specification, field specification, magic three rules are there that we'll see next. Tool functions. So all these things we'll see today's class. Okay, first is difference between manual part programming and computer aided part programming. So what are the difference between these two, we'll see. Okay, first one is part programmings are generated manually by a part programmer. So manual part programming, we generate the programs by ourselves, that is manually, whereas in computer aided part programming are generated part by part program and partly by the computer. So some are created by the man, and the others are, some sentences are created by the computer, that is computer aided part programming. So next one, manual part programming is used for simple geometric shapes. So this we use for simple geometric shapes. Which one? Manual part programming. Whereas computer aided part programming, this program is used for complex geometric and complex contour shapes. So computer aided part programming is used for complex shapes and complex geometry. Next, second point, in manual part programming are prepared by the part programmer. So the part programming is prepared by the man. He will write the part programming, whereas in computer, programs are partly prepared by the part programmer and partly by the computer. So partly prepared by the person and partly prepared by the computer. Next point, it is to handle repetitive task in manual part. So again and again in this task, which one in manual part program will repeat and repeatedly write and check the part programming whether it is correct or not, whereas in computer part program repetitively task and calculations are handled quite efficient. So here the calculations are perfectly taken because of computer. Next, in manual part programming, time taken to prepare a program is more. So this is manual part programming, that's why it needs the time for writing the program, it takes much time, whereas in computer part programming the time takes very less. So next point, programs are prepared by using G codes and M codes. In manual part programming, programs are prepared by using G codes and M codes. Okay. Next, in computer part programming, programs are prepared by NC part programming language like APT language, compact language, IT, etc. So these are different types of languages. Automatic, we have studied yesterday, automatic program tool change, that is APT language. In NC machine mostly we use this language to write the program in computer aided part programming, whereas in manual part programming we are writing with G codes and M codes. Next point, in manual part program, reliability of part program is not high. So what we write in manual part program, the program is not so high. Normal language will use it, whereas in computer aided part programming, reliability of the computer asset part program is quite high. Here the program is written very high language. Okay. Next, in manual part programming, no method is available for checking the part program except the dry run and trial run. So in writing the part programming, after writing the program, no one will check. We should check our own by dry run or trial run by feeding the program in computer. So here the simulation facilities is available for checking the program, whereas in computer we can simulate the program whether it is correct or not. Next, in manual part programming, no additional information is available. So no information, whatever program we write, we should feed that into the system and check it. That is only the way to write the program. No other information or we will get it. Whereas in computer part programming, additional information like total machining time, metal removal rate, etc. available in computer assigned part programming. So here we will get a remove how much rate, how much metal removing rate is coming, how much time machining time it comes. Next, availability in computer assessment. So how much time, how much machining, total machining time will get. Next, removal rate will get. So in computer we won't get, in manual we won't get all this, whereas in computer we get these things. Next, manual part programming is flexible, in program is less. Flexibility in programming is less. So in manual part programming the flexibility is very less, whereas in computer aided part programming flexibility is more, because we can write and check the program by simulation and the tool machine, how much total machining time it taking, metal removal rate it is taking, like that we can find all those things in computer. That's why it is more flexible. Next, in part programmings are different to understand. So part programming are difficult to understand the program, whereas in computer aided part programming it is simple and easy to understand. Okay, in computer part programming it is very easy to write and understand the program. So those are the different types of part programming, difference between these two. Okay, different part programming are components having the complex features in manual, whereas in computer aided part programming is earlier for components having complicated features. Okay, next we see speed specification. What are the specification of speed in this computer aided part program? The spindle speed can be specified in two ways, either directly by RPM or in constant surface speed in meters, minutes, or so we'll calculate the specific speed in RPM or in meters per minute. Okay. Next, the constant surface speed option would be useful in turning, because the cutter speed is the distance between the diameter of the rotating workpiece. So in this way also we will specify the speed, how much the speed would be useful for turning into cutting the specified direction from or the specified length or diameter. Next, hence it is required to maintain constant surface speed. The constant surface speed can be achieved by using the preparatory functions G96. So we write the program this speed also, that is it in G98, G96 means speed. How much speed it is taking we'll write there. Next, during power on the machine tools, the default mode is constant RPM, which can also be innovated by G97. Okay, this G97 we write for RPM, how much speed it is taking. So this G96 and G97 are specified for speed rate. Okay, speed rate of the machine for a group preparatory function which would be cancel each other. So the speed function is expressed by the number and the letter S. S word is model, and once programmed it is needed, not programmed again, and difficult to spindle speed. So for specifying we will write the letter S, it indicates speed. So the following example given the program list for denomination using S. So here see N090G0S S400 means speed rate is 400, maximum spindle rate in RPM is 400. Like that we will write in program. N100 G96 S200 spindle rate is 200. It means spindle rate is 200 meters per minute. Okay, 96 is G96 we are writing, so the units will change here, meters per minutes we will write it, whereas 97 it has come, so here we write RPM. So G97 indicates RPM units. Next, G96 indicates the speed in meters per minute. Okay, so that is the speed specification. So next, the effect of cutting condition, speed, feed and depth of cut, and the total geometry on surface roughness, center height, distance between center, swing diameter over the bed, swing diameter over the cross section, transverse movement of the cross slides. All these indicate speed specification. Okay, what is that? First one, swing diameter over the bed. So what is the diameter it is cutting? Next, swing diameter over the cross slide, moving slide, how much swing. Next, transverse movement of the cross slide. Okay, these all comes on speed specification. What are they? Next, feed, speed, feed, depth of cut, tool geometry, surface finishing, all these comes under these all need a surface. What is that? Speed specification. Next we see feed specification. What is feed specification? So the feed rate also specifies in two forms, in the form of meter per minute as well as mm per revolution. So feed also we can give units in two ways, mm per minute or mm per revolution, per one revolution. That is, feed function is expressed by number or prepared by a letter F. So F we indicate for feed, S indicate for speed. Okay, next feed specification G. So the two formats are obtained in G codes in two different ways, like that, as in we have written for speed. Here also G98 is for meters mm per minutes and G99 is meters per revolution. So feed will give G98 feed in mm per minutes and G99 feed in mm per revolution. During power on the machine tool, 98 is the default mode. So when the machine is on, when the machine is running, so it takes by default G98. Okay, G98 means mm per minutes. The feed rate remains unchanged until program ends. So it goes on the in mm per minutes only. Okay, it defaultly it takes the units as mm per minute. That means G98. Next, what is that? The following. So this we have studied during power generation. G98 default it takes. Next, feed specification. What are they? The following are the speed G99 F1 means mm per revolution. So per one revolution means 0.01. Next, G98 feed rate is how much? 1.00 mm per revolution. G99 F100 means 1.00 mm per revolution. That is the feed specifications. Next we have magic 3 rules. What are these magic 3 rules? So in magic 3 rules in NC part programming, spindle speed of 730 rpm will be coded by the magic 3 rules, that is NC machine. So we use this magic 3 rules to change the program. This 730 rpm will be coded by the magic rules with reference to the NC machine, means it will run the machine by the 730 rpm model we have designed. So depending upon the model we design and have the code. So whatever the code it is having, we will mention that to the computer magically convert it into code that the CNC machine can read, but we can learn the basic to CNC M codes and G codes. So the machine which reads this magic codes, that is converting the RPM, will be coded by magic 3 rules with the reference to NC machine. Okay, that model. So it also takes the changes in depending upon the model design and the computer magically converting into the code. Okay, so this for example, coded speed value is 730 rpm is calculated as follows. So coded speed, see here the value is taken 730 rpm, means number of digits are 3. So 730, total 3 digits are there. Okay, first digit of the code speed values is 3 plus 3. So first is 7 is there. 7. So we can add that first digit of the coded speed as 3 plus 3 equal to 6, we will get it. Next what we are doing, next to second digit, that is 3. Next two digits are first two digits of the number value of the speed. They are 7 and 3. So first we have taken only 7, that is 3 plus 3 6, 1 left there. So next step what we are taking, two digits 7 and 3 we are taking. Okay, so they are 7 and 3. Since core speed value are S673. So what is that? 6, how speed, how we are getting 6? In first step we got 3 plus 3 is equal to 6, that 6 we have written. Next second step we have taken that two digits 7 comma 3, so that 673 we are writing. That is the code language, that is the magic number. Next, feed is denoted by the letter following by the per minutes per revolutions. Sometimes the magic 3 rules is used to program the feed data also. We can use these rules as follows. Count the numbers of zeros after the decimal and subtract this number from 3. So after whatever they suppose 100.00 zeros are there, so that 3 zeros should be subtracted from the zeros from the decimal and subtract in the number. So whatever the next the number is there, for suppose there is 700 minus 3 we should write. This will be the value of first digit in the coded value. Next two digit is the coded value will be the first two non-zero digit of the feed. Okay, see here for example coded feed rate is calculated for. Here what it is, next step, next magic 0, this is 0.087 per minute it is given. So what it is explaining, number of zeros after the decimal. After the decimal number of zeros is only 1, because 0.087, we should not count this 87, how many zeros are there after point. So after point only 1 zero is there. So number of zeros after decimal is 1, that is 1. Next, first digit of the coded value. First digit of the coded value. What is the first digit? 3. So how many digits here? 3. After point how many digits? 3 are there. So 3 minus 1, which from number of zeros after point how many, that 1 we will write here. So 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. So first two non-zero digits. So non-zero digits how many? 8 and 7 are non-zero digits. So that is 8 comma 7. So feed rate how we will give now? Whatever the answer first digit 3 minus 1, whatever we got it, that is 2. 2 next first two non-zeros are 8 7. So 287 is the feed rate here. Okay, understood this? This is, so what they are writing, number first non-zeros how many, how many after decimal how many zeros are there, that will write in first step. So after here after decimal only 1 0 is there. Next step what we will do, first digit of the coded value. First digits means this after point how many digits are there, 1 2 3. After point only 3 digits are there, that 3 we are writing. Minus 1 from above step we are taking that minus 1. So 3 minus 1 is equal to 2 we are getting. Now what we will write in first two non-zero digits. Next third step, how many non-zero digits are there we see. So how many? 2 are there, that is 8 comma 7. Okay, in the last step what we will write, since coded feed rate are 8, first what 3 minus 1 2 we got it, that 2 first we will write 2 8 7. So that way we will calculate the magic 3 numbers in second step. Okay, that is the feed rate. Now those are the magic 3 rules. Okay, so feed is depends upon the letters followed by the per revolution. Sometimes the magic 3 rules is used for program in feed data. The rules as follows. So this will be the value of first digit in the coded value. Next two digits coded value will be the first two non-zero digits in the feed rate. So that is the example for this only. So if you see this example we can understand that. Okay. Next, what is that tool function? So how the tool function in the CNC product. So it also plays very important role. This tool function, it has very important role. Okay. So tools are selected in program through the T words. So for tool change or tool function, we will write T as T, capital T as the tool function, or so tool for we will indicate by the capital T. Okay. Next, T word selects the turret statement. So tool changing is indicated by the turret change. Okay. Next, tool numbers are particularly operation in specified T00, T00, T02 to T99. So the tool numbers will be from T00 to T99, which will be having the tool numbers. Okay. T01 denotes tool number 01. So 01 means tool 1. T02 means tool 02, like that it will be. Next, it has the tool used, the NC and CNC machine varies in their length. So different tool numbers will have its own operation, its own differences. If the tool is placed by another tool or shorter length, say 90 mm, then the tool movement would be 90 mm less than the z axis. So depending upon the tool length and the tool size also will changes. This means the program has to modified every time when the tool is changed. In NC part programming, so when we want to change the tool, we should change the program. If we want to keep the tool for whole program same tool, so no need to change. If we want to, next step, if we want to change the program, so we should change the tool also. All the tools used NC should be assembled and measured using the tool prestige with their lengths. So all tools should be therefore be arranged in the toolbox only. These tool lengths are recorded and manually entered to the stored in the machine memory. So whatever the program will write, it enters into the machine memory. According to that, the tool it will pick up. The CNC control automatically compensation of different in length of the tool when that particular tool is brought into operation. So when the particular tool is brought into operation, the particular work should be done automatically according to the tool. So suppose if the tool length is 40, the compensation it give is 60. Okay. Suppose it is 100, the compensation is 0. So in this way the tool functions as it also has tool nose radius, tool compensation. Okay, tool nose radius is what when turning taper or radius, the tool nose radius leaves excess material. So in the nose radius it leaves more material, excess materials. The radius of the tool will introduce positioning errors in contouring. So here we will get some error because it taking contouring shape, means curve shape it is taking. This error is compensated by the tool nose radius. This is called tool nose radius. Okay, next class we will see that one. So today for tool function, these are the tool functions. So we tool functions are from 201 to T002 to T99, that is T99. So T01 means tool 1, T02 means tool 2, like that it will having. So these are the functions of tool functions. So today what we have studied, difference between manual and computer aided part programming we have studied. Next, what is that, speed specification we have studied. Next, feed specification. Next, magic 3 numbers rules, that is 3 rules are there for magic, that we have seen with example. Next, tool function. So the till here we'll see today. So next class we'll see next topics. Okay, thank you very much.